One take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take, June 20th, 2024. NBA news. This is a big one. So JJ Redick will be my LA Lakers new head coach. LA Lakers will have JJ Redick as the new head coach. Yes. Now, I haven't really spoke too much about this because it was a whirlwind, and what I was hearing that it was thrown out there first, then it became a contact situation, and then it became something to that effect, and then we're hearing Dan Hurley, who threw his name out there, and then that was but JJ Redick was already doing his NBA coverage at the time with with a distance, with updates from Lakers front office in regards to the job. When Dan Hurley threw his name out there, it was a negotiating thing that he had with UConn. JJ Redick was asked again, and he was very serious. And in doing so, prior to the interview, he did reach out to Rich Paul, who did send another inquiry to LeBron James, but really there was a lot of discussion as well as towards one Anthony Davis. Now, I think they're saying this was. They will say that LeBron James made the call because they do have the podcast together. I think when they interviewed JJ, they was very much overwhelmed with his knowledge of the game. A lot of things that he's saying. But also one thing I think JJ did mention was roster construction. He didn't mention that to them, but what he was trying to let them know is this is a style that we need to integrate into being very successful. This is what we need to do home defensively to be successful. We need certain lineups. We need certain things at this time to be successful. This is what was pitched in the interview. So that's why he has the job. Now it's up to Rob Pelinka to facilitate and do certain things to get the roster to where it needs to be so the Lakers can maximize, where JJ Redick said in his interview, maximize their full potential and to play for eventually an NBA championship, because that's what the Lakers are playing for. We're playing to win championships. The Celtics did win banner number 18. It's always we got one more than you and all this other crap. I could care less. The Lakers are the number one franchise in NBA basketball and one of the number one franchises of all team sports. So it's not about we got that. Please, it's the Lakers. Sorry, it's a little different. Yeah, Boston, your title town. I understand that. But let's understand when, I'm going to go off subject a little bit. My thing is when you guys won 8 straight you guys won 8 straight, it wasn't out there as much to what I was told when you guys was winning a real big deal, right? It wasn't a big deal. You guys had your Red Sox. You had your Bruins. You had your other teams which you supported, which was getting more national pub, especially the Red Sox, over the Boston Celtics. Now the Celtics got a little pub in the 70s, I heard, with the 2 championships with Cowens and Hondo. But you guys didn't really come to real big national prominence until Larry Bird got there. By that time, that's why those 3 Bird championships you could actually say Trump, those what nine, I don't know how many Russell and them, the 13 that they won with Bill Russell and the other two didn't say that the other 15 that kind of kind of trumps those championships on a national basis. So let's really just want to clarify that one thing up. Now, to, to the thing with JJ Redick, yeah, he is intense, right? And my thing is, like a lot of people think, is will he have the overall patience? And I think he's going to be prepared for that. I think he's going to have the right coaches in mind, and I think he's going to be able to connect with many of the players on the team, because that's what he do. He connects with the players when it comes to certain things. I think something Paul Pierce said, well, he wasn't really like hanging out. Listen, yeah, JJ Redick wasn't the hangout type with the guys, going out drinking or whatever like that, and messing around women. He was married, and he had other things involved. He had other things that he was doing, because now you look back at it, look what he did, all these things that he did, everything that his podcast and everything else happened when he was with the Clippers. So he had envisions towards his future when he was with the Clippers. So when Paul Pierce says that, no, he'll have a connection with the players, because he did connect with those guys. He probably didn't connect too much. He probably connect too much with you, because you probably want them, go out, drink, do all this stuff. You want to be buddy buddy, and then obviously those guys didn't have the wherewithal and the proper dedication, which possibly the Clippers possibly could have won an NBA championship. But I'll leave that alone with Paul Pierce. Now, there was an NBA trade. Alex Caruso, he was traded for Josh Giddey from the Oklahoma City Thunder. So Alex Caruso will go into Oklahoma City Thunder. Josh Giddey's going to the Chicago Bulls. No draft picks involved. This is a big deal for Oklahoma City Thunder. They're getting a reliable role player. The guy who knows his role, will play at the height of will play his ass off, will be there late in games, is a great defender, and will be able to hit timely shots. Now, Josh Giddey, he's going to the Bulls. Restart. We don't know what they're going to do with Lonzo Ball. There's a lot of big things happening in this offseason, especially possibly during the NBA draft and all types of things. So we don't know what's going on that front. It is what it is. We know we know his off-season thing and all this other stuff that did carry over to the season. To what they saying, he told Sam Presti, he said he wanted to be a starter. And they said they don't value him as a starter, which is the reason why he was coming off the bench in the playoffs, because he was getting exposed. You can't shoot. You're trying to push place, and you can't score in a half-court set. You can't do anything in a half-court set. So you was exposed. This is why they're moving on from you. Yeah, I understand they're saying he wants to pay you. I've been said that. They're not giving you an extension in Oklahoma City. I knew that since the season. I said, they're not giving you what you think you're worth. They're not giving you $100 million gig. They're not giving you a 3-year 90 or a 3-year 80 with an option. You're not getting that. Not from the Oklahoma City Thunder, because they're not paying you that. They got other guys that's lined up that's well deserving, that's better than you. So he's not getting that. This is the reason for the move. This is what people need to understand. They're not giving you that type of money. They don't value you at that money now, because they're looking at, since the time they draft you to this point, they don't see any kind of growth. And because of that, they're moving on from you. And deservingly so. But this is NBA One Takes, Pretty Boy Laker. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, everything Pretty Boy Laker, and I am out.